Good afternoon. I'm Sean Yao and this is One News Now. One teachers group is calling on the Comelec to scrap the tax imposed on the honoraria for educators that will serve as electoral boards in the upcoming May 9 elections. To tell us more, we have Greg Gregorio joining us live from Manila. Hi, Greg. Give us the latest.
Hi, Sean. Members of the Alliance of Concerned Teachers once again held a protest in front of the Comelec main office this morning. They renewed their call for tax exemption on their honoraria in this year's elections. The group explained that instead of heeding their call to remove the previous 5% tax as imposed on teachers who served as members of the electoral board in the 2019 elections, they will now face a higher or 20% tax in this coming POS. ACT or ACT Philippines President Jocelyn Martinez said that even though their honoraria this year has been increased, a 20% tax will cut 1,400 pesos from their pay for the elections. Under Comelec Resolution 10727, each teacher who will volunteer on election day will have 3,000 to 7,000 peso as honoraria, plus their anti-COVID-19 allowance, travel and communication allowances. Newly minted Comelec Commissioner George Garcia said that he is supporting the call of the teachers for the tax removal in their honoraria. In another news, Garcia also said that he has written to the clerk of the commission to formally inhibit from all pending cases involving presidential candidate Bongbong Marcos and his previous clients. Recall that Attorney Garcia represented Marcos Jr. in his vice presidential protest in 2016. Sean, Comelec Commissioner Garcia also said that during their first session yesterday, the on-bank decided to review the provisions for the in-person campaigning, particularly the provision requiring each candidate to seek permit from LGUs and Comelec Campaign Committee before they can mount any campaign activity in any area. Garcia said this recalibrated provisions for the in-person campaigning may be finalized in their next on-bank session next week. Sean?
Right, thank you so much for those updates. Greg Gregorio reporting to us live from Manila. Stay safe, Greg. And in other news, the government is hoping to fast-track the release of fuel subsidies to PUV drivers. Let's get some updates on that from LTFRB Executive Director Cristina Cacion, who joins us live via Zoom. Hi, Director Cacion. Is there any word from the DBM, from the Budget Department, as to when these funds will be released? Ano po yung timeline at nasa na po tayo dito sa proseso ng pagdidistribute?
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Yes, the DBM has already gave word na matagal na po ang next week na release na nila po ang ating pondo for the fuel subsidy. On the part of LTFRB and the DOTR, we are ready to distribute once funds are with us already po.
Alright, Director, inaasahan nga na makakakuha ng nasa mga 6,500 at least itong mga PUV drivers natin. Pero itinaas na po ng NEDA ang budget para sa programang ito sa 5 billion pesos, no? Almost more than double yata, no, Director. Dahil doon, yes, doble rin po ba ang makukuhang subsidy ng mga beneficiaries?
Actually, ma'am, there are two funds po, no? The 2.5 billion which will be released next week will form part of the first tranche. And then we're waiting, ang sabi kasi ng economic cluster, probably by April, and ay ilalabas nila yung second tranche naman po na 5 billion po. So unahin muna natin yung 2.5, and then we're preparing our documents, the list of beneficiaries for the 5 billion naman po.
Alright, so yung total niyan is 7.5 billion na in two tranches. Alright, and paano naman to i-release, Director Cacion? In full ba ito or in tranches din? Kasi nabanggit nyo na nga po na magkakaroon pa sa April, pero syempre medyo maaga-aga pa sa March. And paano po yung division ba nung total amount?
Yes po. Ang target beneficiaries po kasi natin dito is nasa 377,400 plus, no, for the first tranche beneficiaries. So it's 6,500 po per unit, no, yung ating ibibigay po. So ito muna yung mauuna, and then for the 10 billion, dyan po natin i-determine how much po, no, per unit naman po ang ating kayang ibigay dahil 5 billion naman po yung ating pondo.
Right, nabanggit nyo kanina yung master list ng beneficiaries na hinahanda nyo po. Wala naman po tayong nakikitang problema as early as now, Director?
Actually, wala naman po because we have been doing this no, since I think 2018 pa yata itong fuel subsidy under the train law sa mga PUJ naman natin. And then the basis for the other denominations for the buses, yung mga taxi, TNVS, yung mga UV Express natin and all the rest po, no, meron po tayong database po niyan kasi franchise holders po natin yan sila po. Operators po talaga natin yan sila.
All right, that's very good to hear, Director. Now, may iilang mga jeepney drivers na nga daw po ang pumayag na wag nang magtaas ng kanilang pamasahe. But instead, Director, they are just opting no, na masama dito sa service contracting program. Ano nga ba tong service contracting program at may updates ba tayo ukol dito?
Nagpapasalamat po talaga kami ng malaki sa ating mga operators po no, kung totoo man na i-atras po nila ang kanilang petisyon. Ang marami po kasing sinasabi po natin na yung basket of solutions. One of this, aside from the fuel subsidy, is the service contracting program in which the operators will be, yung mga operators natin ay magbibigay ng libreng sakay po no, para sa ating mga commuters, and then in turn, the government will pay them on a weekly basis. Kasama ng payment po natin sa kanila po yung operational cost, pati na po yung profit margin. Sa operational cost po, nandyan na po yung kasama na po doon sa bilang yung cost nila sa pagpapagasolina. So that's being taken care of naman po. And then there's the profit margin. May rate po kasi tayo per kilometer. And then they have to service po talaga yung sa mga pasahero. Like they have to deliver the passengers from point A to point B, no cutting trip, no ano po yung kung saan ang ruta sila pumupunta, kung ano yung ruta po nila, doon po talaga. At may service hours po tayong sinusunod. So we make sure po, no, kasi performance-based po ito, para mabayaran po sila, may nagmo-monitor din po sa kanila. At they are also being monitored through GPS po. Kasi may central PUV monitoring system naman po tayo dito sa central office po.
Alright, and pabor ba ang LTFRB sa ganitong setup, Director Casyon? And kailan to magsisimula?
We are looking at ang sabi sa atin ng DBM, most likely then next week ay mailalabas na din yung pondo natin dito. After mailabas po yung pondo po natin dito, the LTFRB is post or is ready to implement naman po, because this is the third time we are doing this. This is phase 3 na po for the service contracting program.
Right, maraming salamat sa lahat ng mga updates. LTFRB Executive Director Cristina Casyon via Zoom. Maraming salamat, Director. We're gonna pause for a quick break, but we will be back with more stories after that. Stay with us here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. Premier Volleyball League teams are working double time to make sure their opening games end up with a win. Marty Bautista with the story.
Players are rolling up their sleeves in preparation for the upcoming Premier Volleyball League Open Conference. Fans of the PLDT high-speed hitters have something to look forward to, with the signing of reigning PVL Best Libero Kath Arado and former UAAP champ Nika Reyes, among others. Reyes says the team has been ironing out its chemistry, as a lot of players are newcomers.
Actually, some of them, hindi ko pa rin talaga nakakasama even before. And some of them naman naging teammates ko na. So, I think yung adjustment na dun pa rin, kailangan pa rin namin trabahuhin.
PLDT finished 7th last conference, but Reyes thinks the squad can put up with any team this time. Meanwhile, the Cignal HD Spikers are currently in their bubble training in Rizal, where they hold twice-a-day training sessions. Cignal star Rachel Andaki says the team enjoys seeing their improvements on the court.
In terms of adjusting in the game or in the training lang, dahil nga, di ba yung gamayan yun yun yung pinapractice namin and kaya kami nagbubble para doon. Everyday gumaganda yung samahan namin and yung gelling namin sa court.
Jeka Jonella, the team's libero, is raring to see the court again and to play against the league's best teams. She says it gives her motivation to be better. The league is divided into pools A and B, with Pool A having 5 teams. The bottom team after the group stages will automatically be eliminated. Meanwhile, all 4 teams in Pool B will advance to the quarterfinals. The first and second seeds in each pool will have a twice-to-beat advantage in the quarters. The PVL Open Conference begins on March 16 at the Paco Arena. F2 Logistics makes its PVL debut against Black Mamba Army, followed by defending champion Cherry Tigo against Cignal HD. For News 5, Marty Bautista. We are One News.
And for more updates, visit News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Cignal Play app. Register for a free account at www.cignalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Masks on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I am Sean Yao. We are One News.